What's up, Eagle fans? Professional wrestler Chris Wild here with his first review of the 2019 NFL season. This being week 1, the Eagles versus the Redskins. Let me tell you what, I was wrong. I'm man enough to say when I'm wrong, and I was wrong when I thought that the preseason didn't matter. I thought the preseason didn't mean anything because I watched a Rams team dominate the league without Jared Goff for the first team offense playing in the preseason, but it obviously matters. This game from the beginning was absolutely one of the worst first halves I've seen in the Eagles home opener, season opener ever. I mean, the Redskins go up 17-0. The Washington Redskins with Case Keenum, Donald Penn, Eric Flowers on the offensive line. I mean, it was just unreal how our defense, our secondary, let these guys get up 17-0. The Redskins are absolutely horrible. Again, I said in my preview video, I didn't even know who their wide receivers were. I still don't. But for them, for Rasul Douglas to be chasing guys, Sidney Jones to be letting guys go 3, Andrew Sandejo, who I have been giving my praise to all preseason, not only uncovers Vernon Davis, but then can't tackle him and lets him run for a touchdown. It was just unreal, and I really had this feeling in my stomach like, wow, we're really going to let the Washington Redskins with Case Keenum win in the first game in our season in Lincoln Financial Field. Oh my goodness, it was insane. I mean, you guys had me. I switched at halftime from Miller Lights to fucking WhiteClaw. That's what you did. That's what you did, Eagles. But then in the second half, it seemed to wake up. The offense started to move a little bit more. Deshaun Jackson. For everybody that said that Deshaun was a little bit slower, where he couldn't dominate a game anymore, where he would just open up things for Alshon and Nelson, boy, were we wrong. Because guess what? Deshaun Jackson almost had 160 yards, almost. I think it was 154 to be exact, and 2 huge touchdowns. I would have been throwing to him deep all game long. He proved that he's still an elite wide receiver in the NFL. And let's talk about Carson Wentz. That first half was absolutely horrible. But the second half, Carson Wentz became Carson Wentz again. I saw him throw on the run. I saw him, the touchdown to Alshon in the end zone was awesome. I mean, this dude, Carson Wentz is the real deal. I'm telling you, I've said that all preseason. He's awesome, and he showed it today. 3 touchdowns, really was 4, but we're going to call that one a run to Alshon Jeffrey. Another guy, if you watch my preview video, who I said was a little bit underrated. Everybody was writing off. I think Alshon is good to go this season, especially with that threat known as Deshaun Jackson over there. Now let's go with some negatives. Now, one of the biggest negatives I have, and I'm probably going to have for a lot, and I'm sure Doug's press conference is going on right now. He's probably going to address it, but Jordan Howard, this guy had nothing but positive plays, and it seemed to me in the most crucial times, you think of Jordan Howard coming to the game, you didn't put him in. There was a 3rd and 1, a 4th and 1, where you did pitches to Darren Sproles that gained nothing, to where Jordan Howard is just muscling dudes over, just killing the Redskins defense. It didn't matter if the play was blown up, he was still turning it into a positive play, and you just didn't play him for whatever reason. I have no idea. I love Miles Sanders. I think he's going to be a great player in the NFL, but Jordan Howard is a real deal. You've got to give him more than you did today. And then you go to the defensive side, and I saw a lot of what I did in 2018 where the wide receiver, or the cornerbacks, for whatever reason, were playing so far off of the wide receivers that it was almost always a positive play. I know it wasn't prevent, but that's what it looked like to me at certain times, like a prevent defense against the Redskins. And look, man, if you guys are having this kind of trouble, and I understand that the second half was like completely different numbers-wise from the first half. It seemed like the second half team was the Eagle team that we thought that we were going to see both defensively and offensively. But look, you can't go against teams, good teams, like the Atlanta Falcons next week, like the Green Bay Packers, like the Chicago Bears, with this kind of play calling. You've got to see it. So, Corey Clement, also a Super Bowl hero, barely saw the ball. But anyway, Philadelphia Eagles win today. We go into Atlanta. Atlanta got destroyed by Minnesota today. So they're definitely going to come out hot and with something to prove. I think, and you might have to look back at my other videos when I gave my season prediction. I think I had the Eagles losing to Atlanta in week 2 just because we've owned them the past couple of years. And you know what? Like, I think, I know the extent of Malik Jackson's injury is, I don't know. We came out fairly healthy from this game, but look, we are going to have to come out with an entirely different outlook than we did this week. Also, I think this is Carson Wentz's first game. I might be wrong, but his first game where he brought the team back to win. I mean, they were down 17-0, and he brought them back. John Marks, you can eat shit because that's one of your big things about Carson Wentz, how he was never able to bring a team back at the end, and Carson did today. Carson just looked great, man. He looked really good, and we haven't begun to see the potential of this team. I mean, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside had a bad penalty in the fourth quarter, but we haven't seen him. I mean, we just haven't seen this offense run, I think, how we're going to see it run. So, Eagle fans, we're 1-0, okay? We're 1-0, 1-0 in the division. We're freaking looking good. I'm feeling good. It was 17-0. I thought we were going to lose this horrible Washington Redskins team, but we ended up winning. Next week against Atlanta, Doug Peterson, get your head out your ass. Jim Schwartz, get your head out your ass. Defensive line, get some pressure, because if you can't get pressure against Donald Penn and Eric Flowers, how are you going to get pressure against anyone else in the league? Get some pressure, and this secondary has to come alive because, oh my God, it was horrible against no-name wide receivers, and now you got to go into Julio Jones next week. But the Eagles win 32-27 with that last touchdown the Redskins have being in absolute garbage time. And they end up winning this game after being down 17-0. I'm feeling good about the Philadelphia Eagles knowing that they didn't play to their potential. 17-0 and they still won. How do you guys feel? Leave a comment in the comment section. Hit subscribe. Pound the like button. Give me some love. I'm going to give you guys some preview videos of next week's game against Atlanta in the coming days, and possibly some more. But anyway, our Philadelphia Eagles are 1-0. I'm live from 4133 Home Bar, and I'm hyped up. And by the way, this jersey, this number 7 Vic jersey, I didn't start the day wearing it. I started the day wearing number 43 Home Darren Sproles jersey. And then as Doug kept feeding Darren, and this is another thing before I sign off. Why? The love affair that Doug Peterson has for Darren Sproles, we've seen it every time Darren Sproles is healthy. Doug just won't stop giving the ball to him. And look, Darren had some great plays today, but he also had some really bad plays. And again, when you've got a Jordan Howard sitting on the sideline on a 4th and 1, you don't pitch to Darren Sproles, you give to Jordan Howard. But anyway, I took the jersey off at halftime. I put on the Kelly Green Michael Vick jersey because the king of comebacks was Michael Vick, and we end up winning. So anytime we need to come back, this jersey's coming on. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Again, tell a friend, share, like, the whole big thing. Eagles win 32-27. We go on next week, Sunday night against Atlanta Falcons. Let's do it. Go Birds.